Russia has launched a massive aerial attack on Ukraine, deploying its hypersonic Kinzhal missiles, nicknamed the Dagger of Death. The missiles were launched alongside hundreds of drones as well as other long-range weapons. The Russian Defense Ministry has said the attacks targeted Ukraine's military, industrial as well as oil facilities, claiming all designated targets were hit. Ukraine confirmed the attack, with the President Volodymyr Zelensky calling it one of the largest strikes by Russia since the war started. He said Russia launched 60 missiles and nearly 500 drones and urged Western allies to send more air defense systems. Now, before we go any further, here's what you must know about Russia's Kinzhal missile. It's a hypersonic aeroballistic weapon, which means it can travel at up to 10 times the speed of sound, which means it is nearly impossible to intercept. It has a range of 2,000 kilometers and can carry both conventional as well as nuclear warheads, giving Moscow a powerful strike capability against heavily defended targets. During the assault, Ukraine also lost an F-16 fighter jet, killing its pilot. The Ukrainian Air Force has identified the fallen airman as Lieutenant Colonel Maxim Ustimenko, a first-class pilot. He is the third F-16 pilot Ukraine has lost since it started flying the fighter jets last summer. And his death marks the loss of Ukraine's fourth F-16 in that time. Ustimenko's death is a heavy blow for Ukraine. Only a handful of its top pilots are trained to fly F-16s, the most advanced jets in its fleet, and the specialized training takes months to complete. The president of Ukraine said Ustimenko destroyed 7 targets before he was killed, praising him and the Ukrainian Air Force for heroically protecting the country's skies. Ukraine's Air Force also described the bombardment as the largest airstrike since the war started, as critical infrastructure targeted in cities. Local media reported oil processing plants were likely among the targets. Meanwhile, Russia's defense ministry also claimed battlefield gains, saying that it seized the Novaya Okhrinka settlement in Donetsk and killed over 1,200 Ukrainian troops in offensives across Kharkiv, Donetsk, and Dnipropetrovsk. It said its forces downed a Ukrainian Neptune missile and over 100 drones. Russia has also been amassing troops near Sumy.
Мы, если выйдем, то тут такие бугоры, реально было. А на новых опорных пунктах мы уже ушли.
And with Russia also amassing troops near Sumy as Ukraine fights to hold line. According to reports, Russian forces are now just 12 miles from Sumy, a northern Ukrainian regional capital. Moscow, in fact, is pushing its manpower advantage along multiple fronts. With 50,000 troops deployed near Sumy, Russia outnumbers Ukrainian forces there roughly 3-1. And having expelled Ukrainian troops from Russia's Kursk region earlier this year itself, the Russian units have poured over the border towards Sumy. Ukraine's top military commander, General Alexander Syrsky, has admitted that Russia's main strategy is simple: to wear US down with their number. The Russian advance comes as the US President Donald Trump voiced frustration over Moscow's unwillingness to broker a ceasefire. And on the battlefield, Russia has continued to ramp up attacks on Ukraine, launching large-scale aerial bombardment. The front line now stretches over 750 miles, with Russian forces probing weak points before striking hard. And what is Ukraine doing at this point? Its commanders are struggling hard to actually plug the gaps. It has reportedly deployed elite units like the Timur Special Forces Unit from military intelligence to stabilize the defenses. And since their arrival, Ukrainian forces have managed to halt Russian advances and even reclaim some territory. But Ukrainian troops still remain vastly outnumbered. And concerns are also rising over Ukraine's preparedness. Soldiers say defensive lines near Sumy remain outdated. And on top of that, they are exposed to Russian drones. Ukraine's defense minister, meanwhile, acknowledged the gaps, has said that fortifications are being improved. But he also stressed defense is not just about concrete and trenches. It also means adapting to the enemy's tactics. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.